Board.
Hey, guess who's back? It's your boys, Fantasy Football Avengers. And we got some semi-good news. We're approaching 100 subscribers. So, I feel like once we get to 100, it should be some cause for celebration. We'll see. We'll see if we end up doing anything special. But this is your early morning, early afternoon, late morning, early afternoon episode. And it's a special one. You know why it's special? It's special because it's my birthday. That's why it's special.
I know it was your damn birthday.
Yeah.
I know it was. It's either the 5th or the 7th. We sing every damn year.
So we gonna kick ass today. Yes, we are.
Happy birthday. We are.
Thank you. We're gonna talk about that crazy week 13. We're gonna omit a game for obvious reasons. We're gonna talk about who ate good this week. We're gonna talk about your bust of the week. We're gonna talk these heartbreaking losses that, and it's like we got about 6 of them that I've seen. And it's like since we started doing this, all of a sudden, Bleacher Report now wants to show the heartbreaking losses. We on to y'all. We on to you. We know what y'all doing. You need to go ahead and just hire us. That's what Bleacher Report needs to do. You need to just go ahead and hire us.
Compared to the garbage they be putting out.
Right.
It ain't garbage, but it's garbage compared to us.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about some players that you should be picking up if you haven't already. And we're gonna go over the game for the night. So you know how we do. Before we get anything going, we got to get this party started right. And you know how we do that. We do that with this.
You're now about to witness the strength of fantasy football knowledge.
Welcome to the Fantasy Football Avengers podcast, starring Kyle Shanahan's, Boulevard, GQ, and GI16. And now, here's the boys.
Ew! Welcome
I can bump that
back.
shit all day. That theme, I
Welcome
can bump that all day.
Back. Yeah, Vaca put his foot in that one.
Mm-hmm.
But this is your Fantasy Football Avengers. We're back. Guess what? It's almost close to playoff time. It's time for y'all to get your minds right. We're going to help y'all get your minds right today. Some leagues, playoffs have started this week, but for the majority of the leagues, playoffs start next week. So
that ain't no real league.
What you say?
There ain't no real league. Week 14 playoffs. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Hey, I'm in a league where there's the playoffs have started this week. I don't give a damn because I'm one of the bye week guys. I was first place in that league. Hey, I'll let you peasants fight amongst yourselves and eliminate yourselves this week. Yeah, I'm sitting back chilling. But we're gonna get started. Let's see. Week 13 games. Now we went over a good portion of these games already. Because 4 of them happened over the holiday season. So we're going to get things started with the Texans versus the Jaguars. And CJ Stroud is continuing to struggle. My boy, you struggled against the Jaguars. So that's just let you know how this season is going. For everybody that went out and drafted CJ Stroud this year, I feel bad for you. Because it was just set up for him. It was too perfect. The setup was perfect for him. He killed it last year as a rookie. So we're expecting this year for it to be. We're expecting him to be Mahomes like this year for fantasy football.
Mac Jones outperformed him.
Like you go out there, you get him Stephon Diggs. So now he's got weapons galore. Stephon Diggs. He's got Mixon. He's got weapons galore. And yet he is struggling. He's struggling.
Boo-boo. He's straight boo-boo.
Yeah.
He belongs in a special cell in Rikers. But how bad he's been playing all year.
Yeah, he's been playing really bad. Really bad. He had 22 out of 34, 242 yards and a TD this game.
You know how mad I am? I lost in a tie. Because I had him and Jawan Jennings can give me one more catch. I knew I should have went with Caleb or Jameis Winston. Damn it. Stroud.
Yeah, he went. He.
I mean, it looked like a sure thing, though. It was Jacksonville,
right? Like that was easy money right there.
Yeah,
that's a layup.
When Mac Jones outperforms you, you're boo boo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Tank Dell is also struggling. Tank Dell's also struggling. 1 catch for 23 yards.
Can we listen?
Nico Collins, though. Nico, 8 catches, 119 yards. Again,
I just wanted to say something real quick. As much as I preach for Pitts, right? I feel like him and Tank Dell are in the same boat right now. They have great quarterback play, but don't get the damn ball. What the fuck is wrong with these QBs and these teams that they're on?
Who's having great quarterback play?
So they you would think they have great quarterback play like Kirk Cousins and Stroud and them. They don't get shit.
Man, Kirk Cousins is wild up and down this year.
You know, and I'm not just saying. I'm just saying in totality, like their character, who we think they are as fans.
Yeah. Come on, somebody said to me,
a tight end's quarterback.
Somebody said something to me. They said that Pitts would probably fare better with the 49ers in Kyle Shanahan's system.
Even Philly would eat in Philly.
I've heard it's an effort issue with Pitts. Like he just put it out.
That's what I feel like. I feel like it's an effort. I feel like he was bigger, stronger, faster than everybody in college, so he didn't have to go as hard. Now you're in the NFL. Everybody's big, strong, and fast, so you have to go hard. You have to go hard, and that's with a lot of athletes. A lot of athletes, if your heart's not in it, your body's not going to be in it.
So did he.
Mixon, 20 carries, 101 yards, and a TD.
Are you surprised?
Mixon has been doing great. He's 8th in the league in rushing, believe it or not.
It's crazy that he got away from Cincinnati and just going off.
I can I know when I was wrong. I have egg all over my face. I said Mixon wouldn't do shit this year. Hey.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, I was expecting a committee. Like a running back.
He's a notorious Mixon hater. Notorious. Hey, Parker Washington.
Who the heck?
Coming out game. Coming out
of nowhere from under a damn rock.
6 catches, 103 yards, and a TD.
The hell.
Brian Thomas, 4 receptions, 76 yards, and a TD. Evan Ingram, 7 catches for 41 yards. Not bad on the Jacksonville end. Not bad.
Fantasy purposes, what the hell do you do with Parker Washington now after that? Do you go grab him?
Stash him. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. You stash him. And you hope that he becomes a thing. Like if you stash Jerry Jeudy, you're feeling real good about yourself right now.
Yeah, that was advised on this show to stash Jerry Jeudy.
I had no faith in Jerry Jeudy, and I can't believe that Denver Broncos gave up 200 and something yards to that bum.
Didn't I tell you that day?
But what gets me mad is why did the Denver defense try to reinvent the wheel? Just put Surtain on him.
Surtain was on him.
No, he was not.
He was on him. He was.
No, he was not.
It was. They showed some plays where Surtain
and the ball didn't go that way. Yo, all his catches, 99% of his catches were on Levi Wallace or the slot corner.
Does Surtain even does he travel?
Yes, Surtain's the number 1 cornerback on that team. He's allowed to travel.
Okay, well, if he's allowed to travel, why wasn't he traveling? Why wasn't he traveling? Like at some point in time in that game, he should have said, "No, this is my guy." At some point in time in that game, like after he got 100 yards, it should have been like, "No, this is my guy right here."
Shouldn't have come to that. Like, but boy had something to prove.
Let me tell you
that's what we used to do back in the day when we played football.
There's been too many games
when one guy started going off. No, I got him.
There's been too many games this year, especially in the last 5 weeks, where the number 1 corner is not allowed to travel, even though he is a traveling corner, and then that receiver that he was supposed to be on has gone batshit crazy in the game. Case in point, this week in the Denver game. We'll get to that game in a minute, but still, it's just a fact.
Next game, Colts versus the Patriots.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Anthony Schitterson, 12 for 24, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. But he also gave you 48 yards on the ground and a touchdown. I don't like it. Jonathan Taylor had 25 carries for 96 yards. And Anthony Richardson went and vultured him on the goal line.
Solid.
My whole problem was they got lucky they won the game because Joey Slye couldn't hit one field goal.
Yeah. Oh, but you know what? Jonathan Taylor did have a catch for 7 yards and a TD. So I ain't mad. I'm not mad about Jonathan Taylor's week this week. He had over 100 yards on the ground and a TD.
He got his numbers. He usually does.
That was a bum bowl, like we said it was going to be.
On the Patriots side, Drake May, 24 for 30 for 238, a TD and a pick.
Hooper got the touchdown.
Hooper caught the touchdown. Hunter Henry had 7 catches for 75 yards.
And that was it. That's all they good for them. The running backs, nobody else. Yeah.
I'd say Ramondre had a good game overall. He just didn't hit the end zone. I mean,
your boy Douglas had total. Your boy Douglas had 4 catches for 20 yards.
I know. I watched most of the. I had it on the quad box. Trust me, I was watching. It was on my quad box.
Booty had 3 catches for 41 yards.
Sean Booty.
Keep him away from Caleb Williams. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Because Caleb eats corn the long way.
Yes, he do.
Like a pro. Like a pro.
Anybody that gets mad
been there before.
Their comments. I'm just laughing.
Chargers versus the Falcons next. Justin Herbert.
Falcons are hot trash.
16 for 23 for 147.
That was Kirk?
No. This is Herbert. Herbert. Okay. But he had 147 yards on and through the air, and 117 of that went to Ladd McConkey.
You damn right it did.
Ladd McConkey. Look,
Mr. McConkey.
We said it here at the beginning of the season. Draft Ladd McConkey. We told y'all nobody on that team is a certified receiver besides Ladd McConkey.
And maybe Will Dissly.
But Will Dissly didn't have shit this game.
No.
He had 1 target, 0 catches, 0 yards. But Ladd McConkey had 9 receptions for 117 yards. Ladd went the fuck. All he needed was a touchdown. That's all he needed.
20 points game, just on effort alone.
The running game was ass. Kirk Cousins ass. 24.
Bijan saved the day.
24 for 39, 245 yards, 0 TDs, 4 picks. But
Bijan saved the day.
But Bijan, just what I needed. 102 yards and a TD. Ray McLeod, 4 catches, 95 yards. Drake London, 9 catches, 86 yards. Bijan had
16
targets,
33
yards.
16 targets for Drake London.
Yeah.
16. That's crazy.
How many targets did Mooney get? Because he only had 3 catches for 20 damn yards.
Damn near
6
none.
targets for Mooney.
Yeah, but this is what when you drafted Drake London, this is what you expected. You expected him to get the lion's share of the targets. That's just what you expected. Next game on the docket, the Seattle Seahawks versus the Jets.
Oh shit! I won last week and I benched Drake London.
Geno Smith, 20 for 31, 206 yards and a TD. Kenneth Walker. What is going on with Kenneth Walker?
No. What's going on with him and Breece Hall? Because they were both god awful.
What's going on?
Abysmal. And the Jets blew that game too.
Yeah, they really did. Kenneth Walker, 16 carries for 49 yards. Kenneth Walker, get it together. Get it together, because I have you in a money league. We're in first place, my guy, so I got to buy this week. I need you to get it together next week. I don't care what you do this week. I don't care what you do. Just don't get hurt, but get it together. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 4 catches for 74 yards. DK Metcalf, 4 catches for 66 yards. And AJ Barner, who got the touchdown.
Naturally.
It's always the guys. What did they used to do on that the NFL network that helps no one? Yeah. AJ Barner helped nobody because nobody played AJ Barner. No. Aaron Rodgers, 21 for 39, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Is it because of the Jets that Rodgers just seems washed? Is it the Jets? Is it the stink from the Jets that makes him seem washed, or
no? He is just
washed, or was he just washed?
He's washed. I mean, he's done for.
I mean, we felt the same way. We felt the same way about Brett Favre when he played for the Jets. Like we thought he was washed, and then he went to the Vikings.
Stink on the Jets that rubs off on every player that plays there. Yeah,
I need to see him not in a Jets uniform before I can officially say that he's washed.
But he'll be even older by then. So if he leaves the Jets this season, he'll be even older next year and even more worn down.
Yeah,
I'm sick of him personally.
Brees Hall had 12 carries for 60 yards, and he's averaging 5 yards a carry. So why did he only get 12 carries?
Devontae Adams
suck. Yes, they do.
That's the reason.
Devontae Adams had 5 catches for 66 yards and a TD. Garrett Wilson had 5 catches for 41 yards. All these weapons that are around Rodgers, like it should not be this bad. It shouldn't be this bad.
Would it have been worse if Zach Wilson was there?
Yes. Exponentially.
Yes. Yes. It would have. Well, you know what? I don't know, because Garrett Wilson was startable when Zach was there. He was startable, and so was Brees Hall.
Good God. Do you bench CeeDee Lamb this week, or do you start CeeDee Lamb this week? Just quick question.
If CeeDee Lamb is playing, you start CeeDee Lamb.
Good Lord. All right, sorry. Continue.
Next game, Titans versus the Commanders. In a ass whooping. Will Levis, 18 for 37, 212 yards, 2 TDs. Tony Pollard only had 8 carries for 35 yards. Westbrook, 3 receptions, 61 yards, 2 TDs. All that man does is catch touchdowns. That's all he does. He don't do nothing else. He just catches touchdowns. Calvin Ridley had 2 receptions for 45 yards. Pretty much that's pretty much it over there, fantasy wise. Jaden Daniels went 25 for 30 for 206 yards, 3 TDs, and a pick. Brian Robinson, 16 carries, 103 yards, and a TD. Rodriguez, 94 yards and a TD. What are we doing, Rodriguez?
Pick him up.
Stashing him.
You have to.
Jaden Daniels also had another 9 carries on the ground for 34 yards and a TD. Terry McLaurin, which is, I said this at the beginning of the season. Terry McLaurin has never had a quarterback like Jaden Daniels, and I felt like this was going to be a breakout season for Terry McLaurin. And Terry McLaurin has not proved me wrong. 8 catches, 73 yards, and 2 TDs.
What's his season stats?
Let me see.
He's 3rd in the league. 61 receptions, 82 targets, 896 yards, and 9 touchdowns.
And 9 TDs.
So he hasn't broken 1,000 yet. That's crazy.
Only 2 receivers have.
Question, just for shits and giggles, because I'm a huge fan of seeing what he does every year. Where's Mike Evans on that list?
You said where Mike Evans?
Shit.
On what list? For receivers this year?
49th 39 receptions, 63 targets, 521 yards, and 8 touchdowns.
Well, his streak is going to be broken this year. Okay.
Probably. He's only averaging 57.9 yards a game anyway.
How many more games they got left? Like what, 5?
He can break it in 5. He's done it before.
Yeah. He can. You know what? He could get 200 yards this weekend and coast the rest of the season.
And just get 100 yards every game after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boulevard, trust me. Yep. We're very abreast of what he does every year yard-wise. And every year, for some odd reason, when he's short, he finds a way to hit 1,000 on the dot.
On the dot.
I mean,
only player in NFL history to start his entire career off with 1,000 yards every year. Only player.
Game of the week: Steelers versus the Bengals. Well, one of the games of the week. I
told you, I was watching that game on my quad box. That game.
Well, I knew any game that the Bengals are in this year has the potential to be a shootout. Any game that they're in, because they have no defense.
All you heard all weekend from pundits is, well, after the game too, was how bad is it that Burrow is having an MVP type year, but his team can't win a damn game
because they have no defense.
Because he lights out every game,
and I hope that continues next year. Like I hope the Bengals don't miraculously get a defense, and then he's no longer throwing 40, 50 times a game. Like I need this to keep going. Like keep going. Let me get a couple more championships out of you, Burrow. Just let me get a couple more.
I don't know. Ain't Higgins about to hit the market? It ain't. See Higgins. Ain't he about to be a free agent?
Higgins is about to be a free agent, but they're about to get a top 10 pick. And that top 10 pick could be a wide receiver.
It could be the wide receiver coming up.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? I would love for them to draft that kid from Ohio State. Not the star player they got, but the backup. He's a senior. Ineke, I forgot the kid's name, but he's a legit number 2 receiver. So there's no issues there. It'd be Chase and then him.
I think they may want to get another big body guy.
Oh, I'll tell you right now what this kid is. Hold on. Y'all can talk.
Because Higgins is like what, 6'4", 6'4" something. I think they may want to get another big body guy. Burton really Jermaine Burton could have been that player. His maturity.
This kid is 6'1", 205. And Meke Ibuka.
But in this game, Russell not washed Wilson, went 29 for 38, 414 yards, 3 TDs and a pick.
And
Najee went off on this game.
Justin Fields
75. You said Justin Fields what?
Saved the game for him at the end.
Yeah, he really did. The
RPO run ended the game.
I'm gonna put it to you like this. Mike Tomlin is the smartest man in the room.
Of course he is.
He's the smartest man in the room. Like, he's one hell of a coach. He's probably him and Andy Reid are probably the only 2 coaches in the NFL right now I would take over Kyle Shanahan.
Yes.
No love for Harbaugh? Your boy Harbaugh?
No.
Oh, Jim Harbaugh. Yeah, Jim Harbaugh. I would take Jim Harbaugh too.
But listen, we already went through that. I don't need another stressful thing with Harbaugh.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, our owner did him dirty. Fuck our owner.
Well, you know what? I can't fully blame Jed for that because
I do.
Did you hear the story?
Fuck, he listened to Trent Baalke. That's bad enough.
No. The story that I heard was Jed York came on the field during practice, and Jim Harbaugh said to him, "This field is for men only."
Okay.
And I'm like, oh shit.
Where was he wrong? Where was he wrong?
You can't tell the owner of the team that he's not a man.
I'm going to ask you again. You can't do that.
You cannot tell the owner that he's not a man. You can't do that.
Again, we're going to go back and forth. Where was he wrong?
You can't. Bro, he was wrong for saying it.
He was not wrong.
It's not wrong for thinking. It's not wrong.
No balls for years.
It's not wrong for thinking. It's not wrong for thinking it, but it's wrong for saying it. That's the guy that signs your paycheck.
His mama was running the team. Stop it.
I don't care. I wish Jim Harbaugh never said that shit, because if he didn't, he would probably still be the coach of the team. If he never said it. If he never said that.
That's the real reason.
Trent Baalke probably would have got fired, like he's about to get fired in Jacksonville.
I don't know why he even has a job ever again in life.
Bro,
Trent Baalke is horrible.
Didn't we call this when we said Jacksonville was dumb for hiring him? Didn't we say this? Like, he's gonna get fired again. And look, he got fired.
Society fans collectively all said they were an idiot for hiring him.
Bro, his first thing he hired, who the fuck is that coach he hired? That only lasted a damn season. Shit, what is his name?
Urban Meyer.
Yeah, he hired Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
Bro, what were you thinking? Hiring Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer is not an NFL coach.
No.
Well, he's a college coach.
At least when the Seahawks hired Pete Carroll, at least Pete Carroll had NFL experience. He was an NFL guy.
That's like when the Jets hired Nick Saban.
Right. Yeah, he's not an NFL guy. Jim Harbaugh was an NFL guy before he became a head NFL coach. He was an NFL guy. He played in the NFL. He knows what it takes to succeed in the NFL.
He was Jake Plummer before Jake Plummer.
Right. But back to this. Pickens, 3 catches, 74 yards, and a TD.
I'll take
we
it.
We said start Freiermuth this week, and Freiermuth went 6 for 68 and a TD.
Take that up and tight end any day.
Any day. Calvin Austin with another touchdown. 2 for 29 and a touchdown.
Then it got cut.
He said they ain't gonna cut it.
And they got concussed right after that.
Oh, yeah.
Bitch.
But Joe, fantasy football MVP Burrow, went 28 for 38, 309 yards, 3 TDs, and a pick. Chase Brown, 70 yards on the ground and a TD.
I was short by 20 yards and a touchdown for my total stat line.
Yeah, because he added another 3 receptions for 30 yards. Jamar Chase went 6 for 86 and a touchdown. Higgins went 5 for 69 and a touchdown. Andre Iggy, 3 for 35 and a touchdown.
Iggy had a touchdown?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Iggy had a touchdown.
Look, I can say his name. Ayasobis.
I don't think Iggy's going to be the number 2 guy though. Iggy has number 3 written all over him.
Yeah,
you're perfect in the number 3 role. Like, I don't think you're going to be that guy that could be the number 2. Next game, Cardinals versus the Vikings.
Shit show.
Kyler Murray, 31 for 45, 260 yards, 1 TD, 2 picks. Carter, 17 carries, 68 yards on the ground. Trey McBride, once again, showing all he does is catch the ball. 12 receptions for 96 yards. Marvin Harrison, 5 receptions, 60 yards and a TD. And that's pretty much all you got fantasy-wise on that team. For the Vikings, Sam Darnold, 21 for 31, 235 yards, 2 TDs. Aaron Jones continues to suck. 5 carries for 22 yards.
But he got to receive
Sam Darnold had just as many yards on the ground and less carries. Cam Akers. Look, Cam Akers is they had 3 players on the team that had 22 yards on the ground. Aaron Jones, 5 carries, 22 yards. Sam Darnold, 4 carries, 22 yards. Cam Akers, 4 carries, 22 yards.
Who got the receiving touchdown of the running backs? Jones or Akers?
Jones had 3. He had 3 receptions, 6 yards, and a TD. Justin Jefferson finally got in his bag. 7 receptions for 99 yards.
You know when that happened? End of the third.
Overtime.
End of the third. No. The middle of the fourth, going into the overtime.
Yeah.
He went the hell off. That's
all.
The whole game, he just what the hell you doing? And then Darnold just peppers the ball to him the rest of the damn quarter.
Yep, I'm happy. I was happy for all the teams I got Justin Jefferson on. I'm happy.
I wasn't happy until the end.
Next game, Saints versus the Rams. Matthew Stafford, 14 for 24, 183 yards and 2 TDs.
A bumble.
Kyron Williams does Kyron Williams things. 15 carries, 104 yards and a TD. Blake Corum actually had some carries in this game. He had 8 carries, 42 yards. Puka Nacua, 5 receptions for 56 yards and a TD. Cooper Kupp, 3 receptions for 17 yards. That's not going to do it. DeMarcus Robinson, though, he went off. Let me go back to that.
He did.
I don't know.
I'm actually starting Blake Corum in a league this week.
Oh, Lord.
Not happy about it. Yeah.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't be happy either.
We shouldn't have come to this.
They shouldn't have bye weeks this damn late.
Yeah, no. And just the last week of it, though? I really hope it is.
This is the last. This is the last. Like, you know, we back to, you know, normal business after next week, after this week.
But this is killing everybody because you got the final bye week is on the final week of fantasy season.
Mm-hmm.
People are losing Derrick Henry. People are losing this. People are losing that. It's sad.
Yeah. So imagine you trying to get into the playoffs, and you can't play Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry this week.
Right. Right. Number 2 running back, like number 1 quarterback.
Luckily for me, all the leagues I got Derrick Henry in. I got my playoffs sold up.
Same thing with the Redskins. You got the Redskins all on bye this week.
So you can't play Daniels. You can't play Scary Terry. You can't play
the
you can't play Jonathan. You can't play Jonathan Taylor. You can't play. You can't play Joe Mixon this week.
Yep, the Texans. No Nico Collins.
On the flip side, on the Saints side, Derek Carr went 24 for 37 for 184 yards and a TD. Kamara had 23 carries for 112 yards. Taysom Hill.
He earned every single point he made this week.
Taysom Hill had 5 receptions for 37 yards. Taysom Hill's season is over. So that means that Alvin Kamara is now getting goal line carries again. No more vulturing.
The vulture is gone.
The vulture is gone. Rest well, though, Taysom Hill. You know, I take Taysom Hill in San Francisco.
I would too.
To replace Juice, I take Taysom Hill.
I would too.
Marquez Valdez
that happens.
MVS is now a thing. Is now a thing. Because he's the new Rashid Shaheed. 2 receptions, 36 yards at a TD. All he does is catch TDs. Kamara had another 4 receptions for 7 yards. Of course, that's Derek Carr getting scared and throwing the ball to Kamara just to get the ball out of his hand so he don't get crushed.
All right, next game. Buccaneers versus the Panthers. Good Lord.
Another OT game. Baker Mayfield went 21 for 33 for 235 yards, 1 TD and 2 picks. Bucky Irvin, though, Jesus Christ. 25 carries, 152 yards and a TD. Bucky Irvin is going to F around and be he's going to be a high draft pick next year.
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you. I like
Rashad White. Rashad White had 11 carries for 76 yards. And he didn't do much with the receptions. 1 reception, 2 yards. Mike Evans, though, 8 catches, 118 yards and a TD. I believe Cade Otton is not a thing anymore.
It's sad.
4 receptions, 20 yards. Like, he was a thing when Mike Evans was out, but now that Mike Evans is back, he's no longer a thing.
Is someone going to fantasy jail?
Not just yet. We're not going to put him in bum jail just yet. Not just yet.
I might have to bench him. You know what? I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. If I
It
get
is
him,
what
I
it
get
is.
in. If I don't, I don't.
Oh, and he blanked out just when I was about to give him the floor for this next game.
Oh,
Oh, here he is.
Caleb has been having some issues, some technical difficulties.
All right, Boulevard.
Hey, wait. He might have had some corn stuck in his teeth.
Hey, now, I don't have a Hello Kitty phone case and painted nails or a lipstick or none of that shit.
Hey, be careful. Garvey about to fart on you.
Next game, Eagles versus Ravens.
Ooh, I'm happy. I mean, you got the stats with you, right? I mean, I'm a little misconstrued over here getting booted and all of that. So.
Jalen Hurts, 11 for 19, 118 yards at a TD. Saquon Barkley, 23 carries, 107 yards, 1 TD. A.J. Brown, 5 receptions for 66 yards. Dallas Goedert, 3 receptions, 35 yards, and a TD. Saquon added another 2 receptions for 10 yards. On the Ravens side, Lamar Jackson with 23 for 36, 237 yards, 2 TDs. Derrick Henry had 19 carries for 82 yards. Lamar Jackson had another 8 carries for 79 yards. Zay Flowers went 3 for 74. Mark Andrews went 6 for 67 and a TD. Welcome back to fantasy football, Mark Andrews, over the last month and a half. And Isaiah Likely had 5 receptions for 38 yards and a TD.
It sounds like most everybody got their numbers. Shit.
Yeah.
That's what you want. I mean, yeah.
You want to embellish on this game, Boulevard?
It'd be easier if there was a Ravens fan around, but I mean, it's beautiful to see. I just feel like that's what was supposed to happen. Like, to me, it's nothing.
Talk your shit.
Like, I want to brag, but I expected the Eagles to win. The Eagles are the better team. The Ravens are just riding a wave of fucking King Henry and Lamar doing what Lamar does, and nobody giving Lamar credit, but that's a different story. Yeah, I expected the Eagles to win because the Eagles are a better team. Their defense was going to handle their business because that's what they've been doing on this streak. They've been shutting everybody in front of them down. They've been containing every damn offense. So, I mean, if you started the Eagles defense, I don't know the numbers, but I would imagine you're not disappointed in yourself.
Did this bum play this week for you guys? Slay?
I do believe so.
Okay, so that means that Bradbury didn't have to play. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I for one believe that the Eagles defense was going to be vastly improved over last year's version because I am a fan and I'm a believer in Vic Fangio.
And no, Slay didn't play last week. That's my bad. No.
Then who played corner for them?
Yeah,
Quintana Bay.
Rookie of the year.
No, but he was already starting. He starts as slot.
Yeah. And
I think it's him, DeJean, and Slay. But with Slay hurt, that means Bradbury had some burn. And luckily he didn't get destroyed like he did the week before.
Yeah, he's so every time.
Listen, your weakness is still half of your cornerback room and your linebackers. The right team attacks that, they're gonna win. If they don't, Philly still has chances. I see it gonna be Philly versus Detroit NFC Championship.
Yeah, it's looking that way.
I have Detroit as the favorite and winning, but there's nothing against Philadelphia. It's just what I'm seeing.
I bet the Lions Philly by 4.
I got Philly. If Philly and the Lions had to play today, I got Philly beating the Lions. Only because
the Lions defense is decimated. That's the only way I say that.
Yeah, it's like they're getting injury after injury.
They just lost their best. They just lost their best second linebacker, not Anzalone, but Rodriguez, done for the season.
Yeah, and Philly doesn't have any real concerning injuries.
No,
right.
They have weaknesses. They don't have injuries.
Yeah. Luckily, they've been minimal most of the season. So.
That's how you win games this late in the year. Staying healthy. Staying healthy is how you win games.
Well, you know what? No, we're wrong. Because what's his name is still hurt for them, a receiver, and I don't trust their tight end. He's like a walking
consistent, but
he's a walking Anthony Davis on a weekly basis. Fucking Goddard, I hate his ass.
It's
Next
not
game.
Next game.
49ers versus the Bills in the snow.
Did he really pass the ball to himself and score a touchdown?
No. What he did was he threw the ball to Cooper. Cooper flipped it back to him.
Oh.
Cooper was about to get tackled and he flipped it back to Josh. And Josh ran it in for the touchdown.
Okay.
But early on in the game, I felt like the 49ers really had a chance because this was the best CMC we had seen all season.
And
CMC was getting with that defense. And then out of fucking fluke injury, which it's just I look at that and I'm like, hey, this is the 49ers season.
And then
in a nutshell.
Mason comes in, does the same thing, ankle injury.
Getting with him. Mason came in and was getting with him. And then he gets hurt. I'm like, this is just the 49ers season in a nutshell.
Debo breaks another punt, a kickoff return for 80-something yards, 70-something yards. Niners get all the way to the goal line, and then Juice fumbles. Mad at Juice. I'm not mad at Juice. Because you know what, at the end of the day, Kyle, if you were such the innovator you were, you always had a 2 tight end set on the field. Juszczyk is your second tight end. Use him as such. He can block. He can catch. But no, Kyle, you want to reinvent the fucking wheel every week, and we can't score shit in the red zone. I ain't even mad at Purdy. Purdy gave me 1 point on the bench. What? How? How can you be mad at him for that?
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I will be mad if one of two things happen. We spoke about off air. If we don't make the playoffs and we don't get a top 10 pick, I'm gonna be mad.
We're not getting a top 10 pick, brother.
I'm gonna be mad.
You know why we're not getting a top 10 pick?
If we're gonna
the two kids that just signed. I mean, the kid that just signed to back up Garendo. Those two can win as weeks. Garendo and Abadaconda is talking about Izzy. Izzy and Garendo can win this weeks.
No, it's Garendo and Wakanda Forever. That's his name. His name is Wakanda Forever.
I call him Izzy because his first name is Israel. So
his name is Wakanda Forever. He's the Black Panther.
Like we're supposed to say what he wants just so he can be happy. Okay, Wakanda Forever. You happy now? Wakanda Forever.
But yeah, that motherfucker is fast. Him and Garendo are two of the fastest. It's like him, Garendo, and my boy. Did we talk? Yeah, we talked about them. We talked about them last week. A-Chan. Those are the 3 fastest fucking running backs in the league right there. I'm hoping that we keep this guy and get rid of Mitchell.
No,
honestly,
that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that come next year, it's CMC, Mason, Garendo, and Izzy. That's our 4 running backs next year.
Yeah, because Mitchell, his ass can't stay healthy. No, his ass can't stay healthy, and he don't have the impact on the team that a Christian McCaffrey has. See, CMC can be hurt, but because when he's on the field, he impacts the game. Mitchell does not impact the game like that.
Don't be surprised that he out touches Garendo this week in the game against the Bears.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised about anything that happens in the 49ers game this year. I'm not surprised. If we win, I ain't surprised. We lose, I ain't surprised. I feel this season has got that 2020 stank all over it.
Oh no, it does. It's automatic.
On the Bills side, Josh Allen went 13 for 17, 148 yards and 2 TDs. Cook had 14 carries, 107 yards in a TD. Davis had 63 yards in a TD. Josh Allen had a rushing TD, three rushes, 18 yards in the TD. Receiving wise, Dawson Knox had 2 catches for 56 yards. Shakur had 4 catches for 30 yards. Mac Holland had the touchdown catch.
You know this weirdo?
On some man shit like that. That was a man catch that Mac Holland had. I can't even front.
But you know that weirdo walked into the stadium that game barefoot?
Yes, he's a weirdo, and I don't like that. I don't like that. It made me want to. That made me want to fight him for some reason, and I don't know why.
Does he not have hypothermia?
Right,
it's Buffalo.
Like if you did that in California, I'm not mad at you. But dog, it is snow on the ground. It's cold as shit in Buffalo. Why are you walking around with no shoes on? Talking about you want to be one with the ground. Shut up. Just shut up. I want to hear that dumbass shit.
People that think like that don't shower. That's all I know.
Clearly. And if he does shower, he don't wash his legs. He don't wash his legs.
Boulevard's line of the year right there.
He definitely do not wash his legs.
He don't wash his legs. He don't wash his damn feet. That's fucking nasty.
People like him thinking swimming is taking a bath.
All right. So before we start the next category, can I ask you this question? Because I know it had to be tough. Was it tough trying to find out who ate good this week?
No.
There was a lot of bumbles this week.
No.
I'm just asking. There was a lot of bumbles this week.
I definitely got the people.
And there was a lot of quarterbacks that barely broke 250.
Yeah, but I got 3 that put in work, that put in pain this week.
All right, go ahead. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this list.
Monday night game. Browns versus the Broncos, which turned out to be a fucking phenomenal game. This was a very entertaining game.
It was
because of Winston. Look, Jameis Winston has been everything we've been calling for all season. We've been calling for the benching of Deshaun Watson all season because we knew that once Winston got in there, this is what Winston could do. This is what Winston could do. I don't know if y'all was paying attention in the Dynasty League, but I went into the Monday night game down by a lot. I was losing by a lot. I needed Winston to have this kind of game in order for me to win. Winston had this kind of game. and the guy I was losing to, once Winston threw that last touchdown that put me over, I hit the guy beside. I just walked your ass down. Look, it was a shot in the dark. I knew I wasn't going to start Purdy in the snow. I was like, snow games don't ever net really good for fantasy unless it's the running backs.
Mm-hmm.
So you beat HNIC.
Yeah. And Winston went smooth off.
Oh,
I said last week, hey, Winston could have a game. I don't care how good the Denver Broncos defense is. They're not Winston proof. No defense is Winston proof.
Right.
Winston can get yards and TDs on any defense. But he can also throw pick sixes.
The Niners are Winston proof. We beat him before.
Okay. I'm pretty sure he probably put up a lot of points on us too.
No, they didn't score that many. I think we beat him like
20. You know what? But that was the year he went 30 for 30, and it was his last year in Tampa.
Was that the 30 for 30 year?
Yeah, that was the 30 for 30 year.
Okay, but we beat him. I remember that.
Look, he started the season off with 2 pick sixes.
Yeah,
that's what he do.
He started that season off with 2 pick sixes.
That's how we won the game.
Yeah, that's how we won this game. Because it was going to pick sixes. But Winston went 35 for 48. I mean, 34 for 58. 497 yards, 4 TDs. Actually, it was 6 TDs, if we being honest. He really threw 6 TDs in this game.
Yeah,
4 to his
defense,
people,
4
2 to the defense, and 4 to his guys.
Look, Bo Nix saved my butt because I was losing to old boy, and he threw 90. He gave me 44 points.
Yeah, Bo Nix is a startable. He's a startable guy now. Like, I think Denver has finally found their quarterback. I think they finally found their quarterback.
He's on bye this week.
Jerry Jeudy, welcome back. Well, let me not say welcome back. Let me say welcome to fantasy football. Let me say that. Because, you know what? I think Winston might be good for Kyle Pitts. I think Winston might be the cure for Kyle Pitts. Hey, that might be a thing right there. Because Jerry Jeudy was the Kyle Pitts of wide receivers. And now look at Jerry Jeudy. 9 catches, 235 yards in the TD. Moore went off. 8 catches, 111 yards. Njoku, 9 catches, 52 yards and 2 TDs. Chubb ain't do much.
Crazy.
Chubb ain't do much on the ground, but Chubb did have 2 receptions for 24 yards and a TD.
I just want to point out the targets here. Okay, Jeudy had 13 targets. Elijah Moore had 14 targets, and Njoku had 17 targets. That 17 targets got to be a career high. Like, for pretty much all 3 of them, it got to be career highs in targets. Like, all things considered.
It was.
Because that's what Winston do. Jameis Winston is a gunslinger. He goes out and slings that bitch.
Yes, he do. 497, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
That boy is a gun slinger. Jameis Winston is perfect for fantasy football.
Yes.
He is perfect for fantasy football. Bo Nix, 18 for 35, 294, 1 TD, 2 picks. I don't remember him having 2 picks, but I believe it.
Neither do I, but it is what it is.
Mims, 3 catches, 105 yards and a TD. Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton is a thing this year. 6 catches, 102 yards. Like, he's Bo Nix's go-to guy.
He put Denzel Ward and Greg Newsome on alert. Like, stop it. I'm a man.
Right.
you ain't smashing me down like that. No.
Yeah. They had a funny story where Bo Nix said he told Cortland Sutton, if you feel like I'm not throwing you the ball enough, please come up and tell me.
Well, because he went into the second half with no catches.
Yeah.
And Bo Nix was like, no. You're my number 1. Come on. And look what's going on now. Sutton's. Oh, stop touching things.
No, I will never.
Always touching things, like a child.
I will never stop touching things.
I bet. No Diddy.
No collab. Yeah, no collab. Okay. So next topic, and that was your week 13 reactions.
Hey, Boulevard, is he posing?
The what now?
Is he posing?
Oh, hell yeah.
He's posing.
He's watching Cat TV right now.
He's like, yes.
If there's anything about cats, if anything you know about cats, they love looking out the window. They love it. It's fascinating to them. Whatever's going on outside, it's fascinating to cats. I don't get it. I'm not a window watcher, but cats, they love watching out the window.
Man, you Dominican, stop it. You're a window watcher.
No, I used to be a people watcher. Like, when I was working at Walmart, me and the girl I was dealing with at the time, we used to take our lunch break and we would sit in the car and we would just watch people as they go inside Walmart and we would just roast them as they're going in.
That was me at Best Buy.
Fun times.
All right.
But let's get to this next topic. We're gonna talk about who ate good this week, because GI is definitely wanting to see who ate.
Who's eating good?
As long as it's not Caleb, I'm good.
Oh no.
He was eating something, all right.
What did he do well, though, this week? He had 25 fantasy points.
All right, so of course we're gonna talk about the quarterbacks first, and the guy that we just got finished speaking about, Winston, 497 yards, 4 TDs.
Mm-hmm.
He ate
them W's. I mean, he didn't. But.
He didn't eat a dub, but he helped me get a dub this week.
Mm-hmm.
That he did.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Tua Tagovailoa. One thing Tua's going to do, he's going to get yards when he plays.
Wait a minute. What league was I in that somebody just cut Tua?
Russell Wilson, 414 yards and 3 TDs.
Yo, that touchdown to Pickens.
Russell, not washed Wilson.
Apparently not.
He threw a touchdown to Pickens, right? That thing just fell right in the breadbasket. Like.
Russell still has the prettiest deep pass in the league. It's poetry in motion when you see him watch the ball throw the ball down the field.
I think that the nicest passing, like the nicest deep pass I've seen that I used to love was Danny Werfel for some odd reason. He used to just throw it perfect, just perfect to the corner of the end zone all the time. But that's college, that's just.
When I watch Russell Wilson throw deep passes, I almost always feel like somebody's going to come down with it. Like, and a lot of that is PTSD from him doing that shit to us in Seattle. So it's like I'm always going to feel like, okay, somebody's coming down with this. Now let's get to the running backs. Bucky Irvin went off.
Told you.
Off. James Cook.
No comment.
Went off. Bijan Robinson.
Brian Robinson.
Brian Robinson, my bad. I don't know why I get them two mixed up sometimes.
Really?
One's on a good team and the other one's not.
Technically, that's the playoff games.
Now let's get to the wide receivers. Of course, Jerry Jeudy. Welcome to fantasy football.
Applauso.
Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, he caught all 8 catches?
Yes. Having a career year. In Mims. Mims.
That's a good game.
And that was all one catch.
That was
all one catch. One catch was all like 70 yards.
All one catch.
The other 2 catches were
tight ends, of course, every week. Every week.
Yeah.
Every week.
I saw somebody asked that he was actually the best tight end in the league.
He's in the best situation. He's in the best situation out of all the tight ends right now.
What's next?
He's the only guy. No, quick question. Would y'all draft Brock Bowers in the first round next year? Would you draft Brock Bowers in the first round?
Hell yeah.
So you think he's going to take over?
Yes.
Because it used to be Gronk. Gronk was a first round tight end, and then Kelsey, and now
it's
Brock Bowers.
It's twofold. McBride and him are twofold. Because I don't
think I'm drafting McBride in the first round.
But if you are in a tight end league, McBride can go late first round on that, back-to-back picks, early second round. Because McBride and him are the two most legitimate young tight ends in football.
No doubt. No doubt.
Somebody gonna draft him high next year for damn sure.
Njoku.
Oh, Jesus.
So in every category, in the QB, wide receiver, and the tight end category, it was somebody from that Monday night game.
Sure.
And then it's Trey McBride. One thing Trey McBride is going to do, he's going to catch the ball. He's going to catch the ball.
He even break 100? Crazy.
Yeah. But now that we've seen who ate
What's
good.
the math on that?
Now that we've seen who ate good,
8 yards a catch.
21 points.
Yeah, we got to talk about because we gave props to those who did good, but now we got to talk about the people who didn't do good. So,
Bust of the week.
I can relate to that guy.
ironically, that was my face looking at Caleb Williams eating corn the long way.
That was all on my faces.
No. You said that, and Garfield turned around like, what?
all Garfield heard was eat, and he turned around. You fat ass cat.
No, eating corn the long way, Garfield.
All right.
No, please don't do that, guy.
All right. So, who ate? Who ate this week? Who busted this week? GI. Because I know you want to go off.
Every tight end in football except for the three we said, per usual. Breece Hall was god awful. If you're in a league with defenses, the Detroit Lions just shit the bed for you against the Bears. That was abysmal. To give up all those yards in the second half to the Bears. You could probably say half the Chiefs lineup.
Yeah.
God awful. Who else? Let me go to one of my teams. Let's see. I had Deontay Johnson gave me 0.
Did you hear that Deontay Johnson got suspended for conduct detrimental?
He refused to enter the game.
Yes. He didn't want to go in the Eagles game. He was scared.
I don't blame him because Lamar's not throwing him the ball.
Right.
Like, what do you have me here for?
He was scared of the Eagles defense.
It's like it's like they're treating him bad because he's an ex-Steeler.
Then they should have traded for him in the first place.
K. Dotton gave me 4 points. Calvin Ridley gave me 5.5.
Good.
DK Metcalf gave me 8.6. Shakir only gave me 5. Jameson Williams gave me 7.
Damn.
The Miami defense gave me -2. Like, come on, do you run? I can go to every league I'm in. I can find you.
Will Disley.
Oh, well, Jesus Christ, he was terrible.
Will Disley gave you nothing.
All right. Wait, let's go into my 49ers fan league number 2 that I'm in. Hawkinson gave me 5.8.
That is disappointing.
It is. It's horrific. Yeah, it's like a who's who of trash everywhere you go.
Did you mention Kirk Cousins yet? Did you?
Oh no! The entire Atlanta thing except for Bijan Robinson.
Yeah,
all of Atlanta.
No. Bijan and Drake London.
Okay, I'm sorry. In London, and Bijan were the only 2 exceptions. Everybody else in Atlanta, just go. Do it for me. Come on. Hit the music.
Whoever gets Winston next year, please.
James, can you do me a favor? Just hit the music for Atlanta. Hit the
what music for Atlanta?
The jail. The whole team belongs in jail.
Put the whole Atlanta team in jail,
except for the 2 stars. The rest of the team belongs in jail. Every single member, even the offensive line.
Damn.
Put them all in jail.
That's gonna be a packed jail cell.
Get the paddy wagon like Boulevard said. Just get it. They're atrocious.
Can we put the coaching staff in there too?
Yes, please. Add the New York Jets too. Send the Jets in there too.
Wow.
You can listen. The Jets and the Falcons can take up all of cell block C.
You might as well put Deontay Johnson in there too.
Well, that's not his fault. That's John Harbaugh in there too.
Yeah. We're gonna put him. We got a special row of jails on the Wale block for these teams.
No, throw John Harbaugh in solitary confinement for the stupidity he has said all season. We didn't bring in Derrick Henry to run 20 plus times a game. Now you don't. Now you're not even using Deontay Johnson. Then why him? Why?
Yeah, like you traded for him for what?
To waste a pick?
I don't get it. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. Like Disgusting. I don't get it. And
you know what?
And I'm hearing that it's a possibility they could release him.
Please do. Please do. Then watch him end up on the Chiefs. Good God!
I know a team in Philly could use him in the slot.
Good God Almighty! Watch him end up on the Chiefs. Watch.
If they release him, I would like to see him go to Tampa Bay.
That'd be great.
I'd like to see him go to Tampa Bay.
That would be great.
Like because Tampa Bay could really use him with.
I know you guys need him right now, but Tampa needs him.
They don't really need. They don't. Philly don't need them because Smith will be back.
Oh, the Chargers. Smith will be back.
Oh yeah.
That'd be great. Had him to McConkey on that playoff run.
Yeah. And you know Herbert is going to throw him the ball.
Mm-hmm. If he drops it. He hasn't been dropped a lot this season.
He needs to go somewhere where somebody can actually throw him the ball.
Yes.
Because Boulevard, can you pull up and see how many targets Johnson has had since he's been with the Ravens?
Ain't it like 5?
No more
reception on 5 targets.
5 targets in how many games?
3, 4?
Between 5 to 10.
Yeah, I believe it was one reception on 5 targets. That's what I saw somewhere yesterday.
In like 5 games. Yeah. So he gets like a target. He's like a target a game. That is abhorrent.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Like
he had 0 receptions for 0 yards last week against the Chargers.
How many targets?
Oh, targets? Wait, I gotta go deeper into that. No Diddy.
That's what the corn said.
He's stupid. All right, let me see what ESPN tells.
We should really just leave that video running in the background for us.
We really could have. We really could have just.
Whoa.
Because people watching this episode going to be.
What the fuck, man?
Mr. Nasty Man.
Oh man. You know he be getting down.
All right, they played who they play last?
Do you know who would like him in bum jail? Nasty Nate. From Half Baked.
He has 5 targets.
You're Nasty Nate. He's my bitch.
He has 5 targets.
In how many games?
Denver, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, the Chargers, and now the Philly Eagles. 5 targets.
That's 6 games?
In 6 games, 5 targets. 1 catch.
5 targets in 6 games.
For 6
That is crazy. That is crazy. They're not using that.
In Carolina, when they played Washington, he had 1 target for 3 yards, 17 yards. One catch on 3 targets for 17 yards. And before he got traded by Carolina.
They're not using them.
Neither team was. Neither team was.
You need to just go ahead and let him go. Let him go back to Pittsburgh. I bet you Russell would use him. Guaranteed money. Bet money. Russell would use him.
Let me see how many drops he had this year.
20. How many drops he had?
Me?
No.
GI's looking up the drops.
All right. I got a bathroom break. BRB.
Why is it you can get every other stat but drops? Oh, let me see if I can change this thing.
All right. So yeah. Ravens just need to go ahead and just let that guy go. Let him go somewhere. Because the fantasy playoffs are next week. At this point, I really feel like you can drop Deontay Johnson. At this point, I feel like you could drop him, and make room for somebody that is actually getting targets. How many games did they suspend him for?
One game.
Was it just one? Just that one game? So that means it's about to be another week that you can't play Deontay Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah. So just let him go, Ravens. Like, just let him go. Stop being petty. Let him go. All right. So we're gonna go to the next subject. A personal favorite of mine: the heartbreaking losses.
Heartbreaking loss.
You could put me on that list. I tied 118 and lost by bench points.
Nah, I don't think I'd put you on that list this week.
Disgusting.
And that information you were looking for, GI, I just put it in the group chat.
You have to text it to me. My Facebook is down right now. Or put it in this StreamYard thingy, whatever. I don't.
He got hacked.
No, I'm not hacked. I'm just the hacker is trying to.
My fault.
But he got hacked by some Chinese warlords.
The hacker was trying to use my old account again, so Facebook and Instagram blocked me again.
And it was a Chinese warlord that did it. All right. Whoo! By the skin of my ass, I escaped with a win this week by less than 2 points. Less than 2 points. And it's because I had Cortland Sutton going on Monday night, and he had like 3 people going. So yeah, by the skin of my ass, I keep my streak going. Yeah, Boulevard. This was you.
Yeah.
Boulevard?
Yeah. 5 weeks have a way of fucking your whole flow up.
Boulevard, what? No, please say
That's
your name.
what happened here.
Enunciate your name.
Yeah, ass gonna get fucked up.
That's what it
was called. Your ass gonna get fucked up. That's what it stood for.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a group from the 90s, I believe. Rap group from the 90s.
Yag Fu.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Digging in them crates.
Wow.
Hey, I almost used young like teenagers. Thought that would have been a little scandalous.
DJ Scribble. Yeah, this game was hilarious to me because these two been talking trash to each other all season.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who's still using whoever I have a free league that I really don't care about, but it's on NFL. Like, come on. Can we please upgrade ourselves? NFL still?
I'm not a fan of the NFL leagues at all. I hate NFL, and I low key hate ESPN as well.
Yeah, but my league loves it, so I have to stay on ESPN. When I'm
ESPN, it's like no competition really.
Now look at this game. Look at this one. This happened in our league.
Mm.
Jason beat my sister Sylvia by 0.22. No, 0.21. 0.21.
And that's still not the worst loss I've seen this week.
Yeah, not the worst one. Not the worst one.
One is worse.
But yeah, when this happened, Jason automatically inboxed me. I said, dude, I already seen it. Already screenshot it. I said, we're going to talk about this game on the show. That is heartbreaking because in our league, you know, I don't know if we discussed this on air, but in our league, the top 8 teams make the playoffs. There are no bye weeks. You're at war. You're at war from the beginning of the season until the end of the season. If you win this league, you really feel like you won something because we are at war. We are at war. So I have no bye. I'm number 1. I'm in first place. I have no bye weeks. But she could have possibly snuck into the playoffs if one of her players would have just got one more catch.
I was gonna say, what is that, like 2 yards?
Yes.
No, 1 yard.
Jeez.
That's literally 1 yard.
This is what they say. Football is a game of inches. Yeah, true. She could have snuck into the playoffs with a 5 and she would have been 5 and 7. No, she'd have been 5 and 7. 5 and 7. Yeah, I believe. So
essentially would have traded pieces probably.
She could have beat him. She could have beat him and snuck into the playoffs, or at least would have been in position this week to be in the playoffs.
And that's like we said, that's not even the worst loss we've seen on fantasy this weekend.
Nah,
that one on Bleacher Report.
Nah, Giaz was telling me about it. I haven't seen it. I definitely would love to see it because I like to see those games. I like those games.
The person lost by 0.18 of a point.
Damn.
So you see how his sister lost by 22 points? 22 points? 18th of a point. Same thing. 22. Yeah. So they both his sister and this person lost by the slimmest of margins.
Sucks to be them. Sucks to be them.
It's the nature of the beast, I guess.
Yeah. And Jason's, because CMC got hurt, Jason hits me up and asks me, how do I feel about taking CMC with my number 2 pick? And I'm like, I still feel good. I'm in first place, dude. Our team was 11-1. My team was 11-1. I won 11 straight games. What 12 straight games now? My team's won 12 straight games. I'm good.
Even Garfield's like, "Whoa!" in the background.
Right.
I am good. Ain't that right, Garfield?
He yawned when you said
Look at him. You want to get up in the camera so bad. Talk to your fans, Garfield. Talk to your fans.
There you go, OG cat.
Talk to your fans.
Who do I draft or kicker?
Yeah, we need a draft kicker analysis for next year.
Yes.
Garfield said that he came to me and said that he wants to pick the kicker that we use to go up against them clowns, the cabal.
All right.
I said, hey, you're the kicker man. I picked you to be the kicker man. You're the kicker man. So
I respect you, kicker man.
I hope you
Flying Brian. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Flying Brian.
Mm-hmm.
His son is goofy as hell in NXT right now.
Yeah.
I still, anytime I think about Brian Pillman Jr., I think about what MJF did to him. I can't take him serious because of what MJF did to him.
I don't remember.
You got to look at it. MJF tore him to shreds on the microphone, and then MJF did this one thing where he said, "You're a disappointment to your father." Do you know how I know you're a disappointment to your father? I talked to your father. I'm about to talk to your father now. MJF looks down and says, "Hey, Brian Pillman." I'm like, "Oh my god!"
He looked up first and then said, "Nope, he's down here."
That's fucking vicious.
vicious. And then his mother, Brian Pillman Jr. His mother was in the audience, and he went in on his mother, called her Methany. I'm telling you, if you aren't caught up on MJF, he's the one guy in AEW you need to look at the highlights on his promos. Like his promos are always gold, because he's a real ass.
Until CM Punk got his hands on him for a hot minute. Boy,
Man, the back and forth between him and CM Punk was legendary. That was probably the best promo in AEW history. Probably. When them two were in the ring roasting each other was probably the best in AEW history.
Before we move on. Greatest promo of all time. Go.
There are none. You can't put one. It's too many great ones.
No, there's one.
No, it's not there's one.
A lot of people will say Hard Times.
That's up there.
It's too many good ones. I can't pick one.
What about you? Ready for mine?
Go for it.
The Woo Off.
That was probably one of the funnier ones. Funnier ones.
He asked Ric Flair before they went on stage, "Yo, how do you want to do this?" And Flair said, "Just go, hey kid, just go natural like you always do." When he does Ric Flair to the T, and Ric Flair loses his ever-loving mind.
Jay Lethal.
That's what made me aware of TNA.
Jay Lethal. He should have did more of that, because he imitated Macho Man so well. Then he imitates Ric Flair so well, and it's like you got something going with this imitating.
Black
you got
machismo.
Something going. Yeah, Black machismo. You got something going with this imitating. You should have kept that going.
And his brother Randy's brother said that in Randy's will, Black machismo. Jay Lethal can use any of Macho Man's outfits whenever he wants. Free reign.
Yeah, look, he put his foot up in that Black machismo gimmick. He put his foot in that, just like he did with the Ric Flair shit. I love Jay Lethal. I'm a big fan of Jay Lethal.
Yes,
big
fan.
fan.
New Jersey's finest.
Big fan of Jay Lethal. But from one to the next, let's talk about who you guys should be picking up.
Give me what I want.
Waiver wire pickups.
That Batista soundbite never gets old.
Right?
Give me what I want. All right. So the number one waiver wire pickup this week was obviously Garendo.
Exactly.
But now I feel like you should pick up Wakanda Forever as well. If you didn't get Garendo, and Wakanda Forever is still out there, go get Wakanda Forever. What is the correct pronunciation of this man's name?
Abaconda, I think it is.
Calling him Wakanda Forever. People are like, who the hell is Wakanda Forever?
Israel Abaconda, I think it's called.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's in that realm.
I remember there was a basketball player back in the day, Michael Olawana Candy, and I used to always call
Candy
him
Man. I
used to always call him All I Want Is Candy. Michael, All I Want Is Candy. Hold up, did somebody just drop MVS in one of my money leagues? So his name is Abanda Candy. So his name is I'm banning Candy.
I'm done with you.
As fat people, we don't like that. Fat people do not like your name, sir.
Wow, UCLA just fired Eric Bieniemy.
Who fired Eric Bieniemy?
UCLA.
Why? Was their offense that trash this year?
I don't know, but they just got rid of him. Just came over my timeline.
Damn.
I'm sorry, my notifications.
But you know what's crazy though? Mahomes really ain't been Mahomes since the enemy left. He's not coming back. He's not going back to Kansas City though.
No, he's not.
No.
He's not going back to Kansas City.
What is a good team for him to go to though? That's a waiver wire pickup, by the way, that we're talking about.
Brandon Cooks is a player that you guys should be picking up this week. He's only 13% rostered. He came back last week and he had a pretty decent week. Decent week. He gave you 10 points, 3 catches, 16 yards, a TD, and I want to say he had about 7 targets. If he can average 7 targets a week, he's going to put up some decent fantasy numbers with that. Hold up. Who is dropping all these people? Somebody just dropped Keon Coleman.
What league are you in?
One of my money leagues. I'm trying to see who did all this dropping. Okay, somebody that's actually in the playoffs. They dropped MVS and Keon Coleman. And then somebody picked up Winston. Somebody who's not even in the playoffs picked up Winston. Like, what are you picking up Winston for? Are you trying to?
Are they in contention? They're not eliminated yet, are they?
Yeah, they're eliminated.
Question: Do you start?
Until it's over.
Would you start Jameson Williams or would you start MVS this week?
So who?
Start MVS or JMO?
I'm not sure.
Did you freeze Boulevard?
Sure. He did freeze.
Screenshot that.
I am.
He froze at the perfect moment.
You froze up, Boulevard. Oh, did he freeze up again?
Yes.
He came back and froze up again.
Oh, that McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Let's see. Let's get back to these players. Let's get back. Kansas City's on that third kicker. That's wild.
Mm-hmm. Matthew Wright.
How do you feel about Sincere McCormick?
I picked him up because I needed somebody in our dynasty league. So I told you I'm 3 players short right now. Just even to phantom a team on the field. Because week 14 is killing me right now. Every player that I got on my team is on bye for some odd reason. I got Bo Nix down. I'm down like five or six players.
All right, so
hey, he's back now.
Noah Gray's 19% owned. You think Noah Gray's a pretty good pickup?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Mac Jones is going to be the starter for the rest of the year. Are we interested in Mac Jones?
If you're desperate in leagues like ours and 2 quarterback leagues, yes. Because I went to go pick him up and somebody snatched him.
Give me that.
But then
what was the quarterback situation?
That person in our dynasty league only has 2 quarterbacks in his whole team.
See, I don't understand the mentality of not investing in quarterbacks in a dynasty league, and especially in 2-team leagues. In a 2-team league, you should be trying to take at least 1 quarterback a year, at least. Because with the way the NFL is today, your second or third string quarterback could F around and play. And in some instances, he could actually get some burn. In some instances, there was a team in San Francisco who the third string quarterback ended up being the franchise QB. So you should always draft a quarterback every year. Draft quarterbacks, stash quarterbacks. I got 1 dynasty league. I'm trying to tell you, the quarterbacks that I traded away let you know how I feel about quarterbacks. Like I traded away Hurts before his breakout. I traded away Matthew Stafford. I traded away Baker Mayfield. I traded away Tua.
But think about let's go to Hurts real quick. He's good for what Philly needs him to do, but you can when he's bad, he's bad.
Yeah, but I traded away Hurts before his breakout year. And I got Derrick Henry back in the process. So
Let me ask you a question, Boulevard, because this is your quarterback. Are you frozen again?
I believe so.
Hey, there you go.
Will Levis is 17.
When was the last time he's thrown 30+ touchdowns in a season?
What'd you say?
You mean me?
Yeah. What'd you say?
I was asking Boulevard, how many times has Hurts thrown 30+ touchdowns in a season?
30+ touchdowns in the season?
Once, right?
Once, yeah.
Since he's been in that team?
Mm-hmm.
That's abysmal. Mm-hmm. That is absolutely abysmal.
No, actually none. The answer is none. 30 touchdowns, none. He used to get double-digit rushing touchdowns a few years
ago. He did 29, right? Like 28, 29 touchdowns passing, and then he just stops.
Let's see. His high is 23 in a season in the air.
God.
And that was the year last year. And he threw 15 interceptions.
Yeah, but when you're a quarterback like that, your yards in the air, your TDs in the air, you got to kind of put those together with what you get on the ground.
Yeah, because you're getting double-digit touchdowns on the ground.
Right, because where's he at this year so far? As far as
12 rushing touchdowns this year, 15 last year, 13 the year before that, and 10 the year before that.
Watch this. Look
at
Lamar.
You take the 12 TDs he got on the ground with the 14 that he threw in the air. So that's 26 TDs right there. That's what Jalen Hurts really hasn't been that bad for fantasy football this year. He wasn't bad last year, honestly.
Lamar's best season was 2016, right? He threw 36 touchdowns, 6 endzos. And I'm guaranteeing you he still had double-digit rushing touchdowns.
Let's see.
Rushing.
Because I know Lamar.
He had 1,200 yards on the ground and 7 touchdowns that season, 2019.
And this year, he's at 29 touchdowns, passing 3 interceptions, and I think he's in single digits. I don't think he's near like 6 or 7. Maybe 6 or 7.
He's got 3 rushing touchdowns this year.
Yeah, because he's not vulturing.
No,
he's not vulturing. He's letting Henry do his thing.
His worst season, and I'm talking about his worst season, not the 2018 year, was 2021. He went 16 touchdowns in the air, 13 interceptions. That's his worst season.
Yes.
Last year he went 24-7 TDs to touchdown to interception ratio. So that should tell you enough.
Has Lamar Jackson ever had a season with double-digit TDs?
Rushing, no.
On the ground?
I don't think so.
No. As high as 7, he did that twice.
But yet
those were the 2,000-yard seasons on the ground that he had.
But he's averaging 20+ touchdowns. Like the 2 worst seasons he had back-to-back passing the ball was 21 and 22. He had 16 and 17 touchdowns each year. Other than that, he's always double digits in throwing 20 at minimum 24. Minimum is 24.
Yeah. They just try everything they can to discredit his ass.
I have nothing against him. I really don't. I just think that he needs better weapons. Derrick Henry's an improvement for him this year, but What? You want to do the Thursday night
preview? What happened?
Yep. Let's get to that Thursday night preview.
Boulevard.
Which is tonight.
I got it. There you go. You're back now.
Mm.
No. I'm saying you froze.
Trying to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got froze. You got froze out.
Listen.
You got froze.
I'm here.
No, I was about to say he be longer than that. My whole crew is stupid episodes.
What happened?
You be longer than my whole crew is stupid episodes.
Who?
You be sounding like Minx and Big Jaw when you say certain words sometimes.
Freshly exposed. Pandemic.
Right. So the game tonight, Packers versus Lions.
I feel bad for them Packers, man. That's gonna be a 1-2 punch at running back.
You know, these divisional games, they're always hard to call because it could be either a shootout or it could turn into a defensive struggle. For fantasy purposes, I hope this game does not. It doesn't end up like the last game they had. I'm hoping that. What's the over-under on this game, Boulevard?
Hey, I'm sorry. Which game? I'm over here trying to promote something else.
Lions Packers.
All right. Give me 3. I'm just having a bad thing over here. All right. Lions Packers is -3. Over Detroit by 3, 51.5.
51.5. I want to smash the over. That's what I want to do. But
the last game was 24-14. They only scored 38 points the whole game.
Right. And I want to smash the over. But like I said, these divisional games, they're so hard to call. So I'm thinking that if in a perfect world, they go over. And everybody that you start ends up doing what they're supposed to do. Like the run all three, like
Detroit averages 31.9 points a game, and the Green Bay scores 26. Short is the number 1 scoring offense. I think they're tied with Baltimore, and Detroit Green Bay is number 8.
Yo, Jaden Reed went for 5 catches, 113 the last game. Love had no touchdowns. And
is Dobbs playing tonight?
No, Dobbs concussion out.
Okay. So I'm hoping this game turns out to be a shootout. That's what I'm hoping. Give me a shootout on my day. Give me a good fantasy game where all the players that I have that are in this game, because I have some shares of Josh Johnson. I have some shares of Jahmyr Gibbs.
Johnson?
No, Josh Jacobs. I'm thinking about the bum that played for us in the damn playoffs, in the damn championship game. I don't know why. Because I had a debate with somebody this week, and they were saying that any QB could play in the Kyle Shanahan system, and I'm like, no, the fuck they can't. It's only been 2 quarterbacks that have played decent or good in that system, and it was Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy. Everybody else failed, including Josh Johnson failed.
Damn.
Quick note: Zach Martin done for the season for the Cowboys.
Wasn't he already hurt?
Yeah, he got hurt, but it's official.
Then he got hurt again. Then he came back and got hurt again.
He's official. He's done for the year.
Yeah, that offensive line is aging, and they need to get they need to re-up that offensive line. They need to re-up. But Josh Jacobs, I need him to go off. I need him to do good. And I'm glad they're starting to pass him the ball more. because that's something they really didn't do much of in Oakland. But he's starting to get receptions now. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
The last game, the Packers only had one offensive touchdown the whole game, and all field goals by their kicker.
Was that Narvison?
No, that's McManus.
Okay.
And
because Narvison was missing the shit out of kicks.
Detroit had two. We had them for I think we had Carlson. Sorry.
Yeah, we had Carlson. Carlson was missing the shit out of kicks too.
No, he missed one with us, and then he went to the Jets, and he's been hitting them all.
Yeah, he missed a big one last year for Green Bay. He was a rookie last year. He missed a lot, and then he missed one in the post. He missed one in the game against us in the playoffs.
Amon-Ra scored a touchdown. Kirby Joseph took a pick six to the house, 27 yards, and Jameer Gibbs 15-yard touchdown. That was all the offense.
Yeah,
in the whole game.
Detroit and Green Bay, they owe us a shootout.
I don't know.
They owe us a shootout.
I don't know if you're gonna get it because you got Jacobs, Kraft, Watson, and Reed on one side, and then on the other side, the other bigger weapons. You got Laporta, Jameson, Tim Patrick can even go off. You got Amon-Ra, and you got Gibbs and Monty. And both, the only thing that's the Denver secondary, the Green Bay secondary is healthier than the Lions secondary right now.
They call themselves Sonic and Knuckles. So trash.
They call them the league. The fans are calling them Sonic and Knuckles, so they go with it.
They need to call them. They need to call themselves the Rescue Rangers.
Huh?
Why are you hating on folks? Come on,
Gadget and Zipper over here.
That's who they need to be, the damn Rescue Rangers.
But yeah, I would.
I mean, it could be it because I mean, both teams have a lot of offensive firepower. Both have a lot of offensive firepower. So I mean, it could turn into a shootout, and it could be great. And it could be great because I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure if you have parts of either one of these offenses, the good parts, you're probably winning right now.
It's in Detroit. That's a good thing tonight.
Yeah.
So with all that wind that's going on in the Midwest, all that snow and rain, we ain't gonna see an inch of it tonight.
Yeah. So it should be a great game because they're gonna be in decent environment. Weather's not gonna really be a factor. So yeah. Because damn Green Bay. Damn Green Bay this time of the year. This time of the year, Green Bay is trash.
They always find ways to screw us as fans.
It happens. But it's a Thursday night game this late in the season. Thursday night games have been pretty good this year. I can't think of too many that were bad.
No.
Honestly, I don't think I can think of one Thursday night game that was bad this year. Like
that's unusual.
The only primetime game that was bad this year was the Dolphins versus the Titans.
Yes.
That was the only primetime game that was really bad this year. So NFL's been they've been cooking. They've been cooking with the primetime games this year. Let them cook. Let them cook.
The only bad part about the rest of the season is that look at the name I have. Our season is almost over. It's depressing. It's very depressing. It goes by too fast for us.
I mean, there was that Dallas Giants Thursday night game.
It wasn't that bad.
That wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad. That was not that bad.
It could have been worse, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. So it could be a good game tonight. You start your studs. If
you don't know who the studs are, that means you're in last place in your league.
Facts.
Yeah, you start your studs. You start the people that got you here. Because if you're in the playoffs or you're fighting for a playoff spot, start who got you here.
And that was not a shot at Kyle, who's in last in my league. I don't throw shade at him ever in my league because he usually is very good in my league. So no shade at him ever.
I don't care because
this is his one bad season. One bad season. This is his one bad season.
Because you're looking up to me in a lot of leagues, so
That's
I don't
fine.
care.
As long as you don't end up in the toilet bowl, that toilet bowl, you sort of punishment you got. Somebody got.
I don't care about that either.
You know, my co-commissioner, Boulevard, my co-commissioner is still mad at me.
It's like maybe out of the 13 leagues that I'm playing in, it's probably like maybe 3 leagues that I just did not do that well in. But the rest of the leagues, I'm coming for my rings. I get them every year, and I'm coming for them. I'm coming for them.
My co-commissioner is still mad at me because of what I did to him as a punishment for coming in last. I put his head on a unicorn's body. Absolutely priceless. James was on camera just laughing his ass off.
I don't remember that. I would draft. How long ago was this?
That was another draft that we had at his house.
I don't remember.
You were sick too, so that's not surprising.
Yeah, I don't remember. Put his head on a unicorn.
I'll send you the picture. You can give it to Boulevard.
Huh?
Well, Boulevard is over there having a time. He's having a time right now. But technology is kicking his ass.
Yes, it is.
It's kicking his ass. But we're at the end of the show.
Yeah.
So Boulevard, I'm going to let you. I'm gonna end this so we can let your Wi-Fi breathe.
Right.
Let it breathe.
Last Saturday, hopefully, there's no crazy shenanigans in college football. Even though Alabama still has a shot to get into the college picture, I don't know how.
Yeah. What the hell is that about?
You know what it's about? It's about money.
I do. But
it's about money. It's about money. They gotta have Alabama and Georgia in there because it's about money.
You know who Alabama faces in the first round if they make it?
Who?
Notre Dame.
And y'all gonna kick their ass.
I hope we do. I hope we fucking do. I hope we sack Milroe 15 times in that damn game. That motherfucker.
Kick their ass for all of us fans. Shit.
No. You know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping Clemson upsets SMU this weekend. So then Clemson gets the automatic bid and SMU knocks out Alabama. Because SMU only has 1 loss right now, so a loss in the championship game won't hurt them.
So Miami Hurricanes didn't make it in.
Nope, they're getting screwed right now because they have Alabama has a better win percentage against winning teams and against top 25 teams than Miami does.
Yeah, they're like 0-1 versus top 25 or some shit.
That is trash.
Yeah,
that is trash.
That's why Cam Ward is going off right now on social media.
But you know what though? That college football and how it's run, it's pretty much run like the electoral college. It is so trash.
Mm-hmm. They should have never lost to Syracuse. That's their fault. Their defense is hot garbage.
Look, I don't care. If Miami not in the playoffs is great for me because all those Miami Hurricane fans are real quiet right now.
Say it again, Boulevard.
He's Daft Punking it.
He fell asleep frozen.
You gotta wait for him to unfreeze because there we go.
There we go.
He's no longer RoboCopping it.
Damn, again.
What are you saying now before we log off?
G.I. thinks he's T.I. the way he's wearing that hat.
Like this before T.I. Stop it. I'm a New Yorker. That's how we wear our hats. We wear like this. We wear like this. You cover your eyes like Jay-Z.
T.I. said you couldn't wear your hat off the side of your head like him. Only he can do that.
I've been doing this way before he was even doing that here on the main stage.
All right, that is our show. We're gonna see you guys again on Saturday. I don't know when. I'm going out of town. I'm gonna be back. hopefully I'm back in time enough for us to sit down and do this show. But we're definitely going to be back. We're definitely going to be back.
Palm Springs for the weekend, people. Be careful.
Hopefully we'll be at 100 subscribers when I come back. but now, great show. I had fun. Hopefully you guys had fun watching. And we'll see you guys again with some more football. Great football shit.
Peace.
That ain't it. It ain't time for that yet. It ain't time for that. No. We're still a couple days away. We're still a couple days away from calling our shots. Look. People watching this talking about, oh, Young Christ about to come up. Not yet. So I gotta wait a couple days.
Got him. Hit the right intro, Dad.
Thank you for watching the Fantasy Football Adventures podcast. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Links in the description.